Welcome to the Depth Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really get to the core of what matters. And today, we're looking at Samsung's latest, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Now, Samsung, they've definitely, built a strong reputation in wireless earbuds, but what we've gathered from the source material for this deep dive suggests they might be pushing things quite a bit further this time, maybe even redefining what these little things can actually do. The big question we're tackling is, can they nail both top-tier audio and act as this sort of intelligent gateway without messing up either part? Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how these earbuds seem positioned to answer exactly that. Our mission, really, for this deep dive is to pull out the key insights from the material we've got, focusing on what makes these Buds 3 Pro stand out and why they should matter in your daily life. We're looking at something aiming for a truly premium listening experience, sure, but also with this seamless AI integration that honestly could change how we interact with the world around us.
Okay, so beyond just the tech specs, that first impression, the sources mention this sleek, modern, gray finish in the feel of the case, like solid hinge, smooth finish. It sounds pretty premium.
Definitely.
Get that compact, well-made vibe. But how does that actually translate to comfort, when you're wearing them for hours? Because we've all had those earbuds that start to pinch after like 20 minutes, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the sources were quite clear on this. That premium feel, it carries right over to comfort. It's noted specifically, no fatigue or irritation even after hours of listening. And that's probably not just luck. It suggests Samsung really dug into the ergonomics. The shape, the weight distribution, how they sit in your ear. They seem to have optimized it to spread the pressure, making them genuinely comfortable for long stretches, which is vital if these are going to be your go-to daily buds.
Right, crucial. But okay, comfort's one thing. With any audio gear, the main event is the sound, isn't it? So how do these Buds 3 Pro actually sound? The sources describe hi-fi audio rich and full across different types of music. Now, for someone who pays attention to audio, that term hi-fi makes you wonder, how are they pulling that off in tiny wireless buds? What's the real insight there beyond just saying, it sounds good?
That's a fair question. And the insight isn't just rich and full, it's how they're achieving it. It seems Samsung might have pushed things with both the audio codecs they're using and the actual driver design. The sources hint at advanced codecs maybe pushing towards lossless or near lossless streaming combined with a refined acoustic design inside the bud. This lets them reproduce a wider range of sound, minimize distortion, especially when you crank it up a bit, which gives you that genuinely balanced profile people talk about. The bass has like a nice weight, but, and this is key, it doesn't swamp the mid-range. Vocals sound crisp, clear. Trebles detailed, but not, harsh or sibilant. It sounds like a really versatile profile that works well whether you're listening to pop or something delicate and acoustic, or even just a podcast on your commute. Consistently impressive clarity seems to be the takeaway.
Yeah, that's quite something for true wireless. And speaking of sound, immersion comes up too. The sources mention this 360 audio feature. It's meant to create a more expansive sound stage, right? Less like sound just piped into your ears. For our listeners who know their audio tech, is this genuinely useful for watching movies or gaming on the go? Or is it still a bit niche compared to a proper home setup? Here's where it gets really interesting.
It seems like it's definitely more than just a gimmick. The sources are pretty positive. This isn't just sort of reverb or effects. It uses precise head tracking and pretty sophisticated binaural rendering. So what happens is the sound sources stay locked in virtual space relative to your phone or tablet, even when you turn your head. It really tries to mimic how sound works in the real world, and apparently it makes watching stuff on your tablet feel significantly more cinematic, more involving, like the audio is coming from all around you. It definitely deepens the experience in a way that normal stereo just can't.
Okay, that does sound genuinely useful. Now, in today's world, noise canceling is almost essential. The sources highlight the Buds 3 Pro, cutting down like the rumble on the train and also background chatter in cafes and offices. That's a huge plus for focus. But for a discerning ear, do the sources mention anything about that weird ear pressure some ANC can cause? Or, how it handles really loud places where some systems introduce a bit of hiss?
Good point. The findings suggest the noise canceling is not just strong, but also quite refined, meaning it seems to minimize that plugged up or pressure feeling you sometimes get with really aggressive ANC. It's apparently very good at tackling those constant low-frequency sounds, like engines on planes or buses. And the transparency mode gets good marks, too, for sounding natural. So you can hear your surroundings without everything sounding weirdly amplified or teeny. What's also clever, apparently, is how quick and seamless the switching is between noise canceling and transparency. You can just adapt to your situation without pulling out your phone. Makes it much more practical day to day.
Right, quick switching is handy. Okay, let's pivot to maybe the biggest talking point, Galaxy AI. This is what seems to elevate the Buds 3 Pro beyond just being earbuds. But for listeners who follow tech closely, what is Galaxy AI in this specific context? Is it running on the buds? In the cloud, a mix, and
Yeah.
that real-time translation feature. What's the actual advantage over just, pulling out Google Translate on your phone?
That's a great breakdown because AI can mean anything, right? So Galaxy AI, as the sources describe it, is Samsung's combination of on-device processing for speed and privacy and cloud AI for more complex tasks. Here in the earbuds, it's the engine behind things like dynamically optimizing the sound, but also that real-time context-aware translation. The key difference for translation, according to the material, isn't just that it's hands-free, it's the speed and the seamlessness of it. It tries to understand the context, to get nuances right, making conversations across languages feel less like stop, translate, start, translate. Exactly. More like a flowing dialogue. It's apparently accurate enough to properly bridge communication gaps. Super useful for travel, quick interactions, and beyond translation, the AI is also working subtly in the background, optimizing the audio profile for whatever you're listening to, music, podcasts, calls aiming for consistent quality. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this integration is really where personal tech seems to be heading.
That fluid translation does sound like a potentially big deal. Okay, but let's ground ourselves again. Beyond the flashy features, how do they hold up day to day? The basics, battery life, connectivity, how reliable is it all?
Yeah, practicality is definitely covered based on the sources.
Yeah.
Battery life sounds solid. You should get several hours from the buds themselves, and then the case holds multiple extra charges. Easily enough for a full day for most people.
Yeah.
Fast charging is in there for quick boosts, and wireless charging too, which is nice if you're in the Samsung ecosystem especially. Connectivity uses Bluetooth 5.3, and it's described as fast and stable for pairing. They obviously play best with Samsung gear, but performance is reportedly excellent with other Android phones, and even with iPhones too. And the touch controls. They seem intuitive, responsive, but not so sensitive that you're accidentally triggering things all the time. That's always a tricky balance. Oh, and the sources also hinted they might be ready for LE audio, which could unlock things like Auracast broadcasting down the line, future-proofing potentially.
Okay, that's good to hear. Finally, there's something that offers, a bit of reassurance. The warranty. The sources mention a 2-year manufacturer extended warranty, at least in the UK. That seems like a significant plus, right? Given how easily earbuds can get dropped or worn out.
Definitely a plus.
But looking longer term, with tech moving so fast, do the sources give any hints about how long these AI features will stay relevant or how updates might work?
That's a smart question. While the warranty covers the physical hardware, the underlying message seems to be that Samsung is committed to ongoing software support for Galaxy AI. The whole platform is built to evolve, so the AI smarts in the Buds 3 Pro are likely to get better, maybe even gain new tricks through future updates.
Oh,
Because that adds another layer of value, suggesting they won't feel outdated quite so quickly. Overall, pulling everything together from the sources, the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro really do make a strong case. They seem to be among the best wireless options out there right now. They excel in sound, comfort, features. And then Galaxy AI adds this genuinely useful, maybe even transformative extra dimension. They really seem to strike that excellent balance between style, performance, and forward-thinking innovation.
yeah.
Tough to do in such a crowded market.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, the findings from our deep dive paint a pretty clear picture. These earbuds offer a really compelling package. If you're already using Samsung phones or tablets, the Buds 3 Pro seem like, well, almost a no-brainer. They'll just slot right in. But even if you're not tied to Samsung, that blend of genuinely great audio quality, the smart AI features like translation, and the overall reliability, it makes them seriously worth considering, especially if you're looking for earbuds that feel premium and are kind of pushing the boundaries of what earbuds can do.
Yeah, and this raises an important question for you to maybe mull over. As AI like this gets woven more and more into our everyday gadgets, thinking of real-time translation always in your ear, how might that fundamentally change our daily interactions? Could it make the world feel maybe simultaneously much more connected, but also more accessible in ways we're only just starting to grasp? Food for thought.